Tervel Dlagnev, 120 kilogram, world team member, 2013. I want to improve my wrestling in this camp. Like every time, every practice, I want to get a little better, but specific areas. I went to Poland. I have certain specific areas that I'm targeting. So get better in those areas. I feel like I've already worked on them. Been thinking about them a lot, made some changes, for the better. So targeting specific areas, but also build conditioning, build durability. It's a one-day tournament. Matches come fast, so it's kind of the push to really be physically ready. I really like the amount of partners we have. I like when everyone's out here. A lot of different faces. I like wrestling with people, and it kind of gets two partners back at home, three partners kind of gets stale. You wrestle the same guys, so here it's a lot of fun wrestling a lot of time with a lot of different people. The whole week you can go wrestle different opponent every practice, and the camaraderie, the hangout time in between when everyone's here just chilling. But yeah, pretty much the altitude makes it a little harder to recover. Practices, kind of take a little more toll on your body, but other than that, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited about competing at the Worlds first and foremost. I really want to, Lord willing, be a world champ this year. So excited about that. Training, up and coming. This training camp and then the overseas one in Minsk, and just when my wife gets to Budapest to see her. I haven't seen her in a while. And spend time with her, and just had a baby, 4-month-old, so missing him. I've been trying to stick to a diet. I'm trying to stick to a certain type of diet, get certain nutrients, keep my protein high. So those kind of things, that's kind of all the time. Here I really try to, after every practice, I really try to stretch and recover, just because, like I said, it's harder to do that and get a little more sleep. But yeah, so I don't do too many things ritualistically, but just certain things to prepare for the next practice, prepare for the next opponent, competition, things like that. Well, the two things I usually go to bed thinking about are wrestling in a lot of different ways, and just my relationship with Jesus Christ and my faith. I'm constantly trying to make sure that I'm in line with and submitted to Jesus Christ and living that life. And so that's kind of the introspection I do throughout my days and at night, is think about my wrestling, and most of all I think about my walk. Wrestling has changed my life in a lot of ways. The biggest one being it's kind of revealed my nature to myself, and that's one of the things that God used to reveal Himself to me. It's just such a difficult personal sport that it kind of shows you what kind of man you are, and it shows you your deficiencies and where you're strong, and it definitely just reveals the nature of a man. And so that's something that I really wanted to know about myself, and so that's really where, when I started to read the Bible and got it, and built that relationship, my faith with Christ, because the Bible explains the things that are wrong with a man, and I was experiencing those because of wrestling, because of how it puts you in that fire and it kind of makes you test your mind. So that's really how God used wrestling to reveal Himself to me. So it's a very personal sport for me. Sacrifice. I think of everything that I could be doing instead. Not that I would want to be doing it. I just know that there are things. The Bible says there are things that are natural to people that they desire. There's things that they chase after, and so sacrifice is dying to myself and serving God, dying to the desires of my sin nature, and things that now that I realize I don't want to be doing, but I'm tempted to do anyway. And it's sometimes it's difficult depending on the circumstances. So sacrifice for me is just being a living sacrifice daily, and dying to myself and just listening to my Father in heaven and what He wants from me and how I live my life.
What keeps you motivated?
A lot. I mean, a lot of things. The biggest one is obviously my faith, and I feel like this is where God has me. My wife, she's just a great support. It's very easy when she loves it too. So that's been a blessing, and she's been behind me the whole way. I just had a son, and she's just taken so much of the blunt force of being new parents that it's just she's so supportive, and just the fact that I have a set of skills and that I love to develop, and I try to I just really want to see how far that I could take that, so Lord willing, be the best in the world.